Today, guys, I'm going to be showing you how to go ahead and complete everything that is new inside of the brand new Fish update. I'm going to be covering basically everything that has been ahead and added in the update. Firstly, we need to head over to Sunstone Island, where last update we did a bunch of stuff with Merlin, turning in orbs and stuff like that. We need to go ahead and go back to this area because this is where we need to take a look because there's a bunch of new stuff that's been added. So firstly, with everyone's help, Merlin was able to recover the power of his magical orb to offer buffs stronger than before. So the first thing I want to take a look at is, it looks like this has been added right here. Did you guys see this? So the chasm, sorry, Mariana's Veil required. So it looks as if this is like a new spot. I'm almost positive this wasn't here last time. Let me get some advanced diving gear. I'll show you what I was going to show you in a second. I just wasn't expecting this to be over here. All right, let me swim down here and see what this is about. So we need the Mariana's Veil buff to enter the chasm. So that is something new. That is interesting. And I believe the Mariana's Veil buff, I actually don't even know what that is. So let's go ahead and get to what I was talking about a second ago. That is something new to look into though, which we'll probably look at in a second. We're going to jump up here though, and we're going to go back over to Merlin. So it looks like Merlin is starting to rebuild their shop right here. That looks interesting. So we talked to Merlin real quick. Don't stand too close, Fisher. How may I assist you, gamer? So it looks like we have a bunch of new things. So we can still turn in shards if we haven't finished the shard thing yet. But you can also click I need a rift. So if I click I need a rift, I will spawn a rift for you. Are you ready? I am ready. So boom, this is a rift that we just went ahead and spawned in. So again, this is to get the gems, which I do believe I already have this gem, but I'll just go over here just in case. I guess we have to do it the real way. Oh my, whoa. Okay, I do believe I already actually have this rift as well. Shard of the Nebulous. Let's see. Let's try to turn it into Merlin. Okay, so we just got the staff. So I believe we've completed all of this. So we can, I believe, okay, so thanks so much for your help, blah, blah, blah. Told me to come back later. So now we can go ahead and look at their shop. Can I see your shop? So we have a temporary luck boost, a temporary lure boost, temporary XP boost, a mystic mirror, a twisted relic, a Merlin, and Merlin's staff. So if I click on Merlin's staff, I could use a shard of time. So this is something you get to craft. So a shard of time, an omulus log, and an iron chunk, and $1 million to craft this new rod that is right here. So that is how you craft the new rod, obviously. Let's go ahead and buy a twisted relic. This is going to cost $500,000 for a twisted relic. This is twisted relic. I don't think it's loaded in yet, but yeah, we have the twisted relic. Let's see what else there is in the shop. You can now craft totems for free with the right materials. It seems the totem carver moved in after Merlin decided to accept others. Maybe he'll learn from the future. We'll look. I think this is the totem crafter, maybe. No, this is the construction lead. Doesn't look like there's anyone on the inside, but yeah, we're going to find the totem carver here in a second. So the new relic is exclusively sold from Merlin, which is what we just bought. It offers a variety of mixed enchantments and curses. So I'm not exactly sure how curses work, whatever, but let's click I need to enter the chasm because that was what we were taking a look at. I'll give you a buff to enter the chasm. Are you ready? I am ready. Safe travel. So now we can go ahead and enter the chasm, which was just added that we saw a second ago. So now we swim down here and yeah, it looks like we're entering the chasm, which is new. I don't know if this is, whoa, okay. So we're in the chasm now. It looks like there is a lever that we can pull. I just pulled the lever. I think there's something going under this pile of rubbles. Maybe try jabbing it. So we're going to go, there is a bunch of new stuff here. So there is the cut gem, radiant crystal, and the rough geode. Okay. So there is a bunch of new stuff in these regards. It looks like there's a rope we can climb up. It's just extremely hard to see down here because he's doing an event. So that is okay. That is how you get out of there. Let's go back down. Okay. Now that the lighting is a little bit better, we can kind of explore this a little bit more to see what exactly we need to do. All right, guys. So I figured out how you get the cut gem. The very first thing you want to do is obviously wait for the go-kart or the mine cart to start running around the track. If it hasn't already started, make sure to turn the lever. That way it goes and does that. And then it's going to go and collect the gem for you. You're going to go ahead and collect this. But to actually stop the mine cart, what you need to do is you need to wait for the mine cart to drive around this way. And then basically once it gets to a right about here, you're going to want to flip the lever and it's going to switch it on the track. So there we go. We just got the very first one, which is the cut gem, I believe. Yep, the cut gem. So now I believe we just have to do this again. Click this. And I think this will go for us. I'm not 100% sure, so I'm still figuring that out. All right, so here's how you can get the next two items. So we needed the radiant one, which I actually know how to get now. So basically what we're going to do is head back over there. I had to leave the server and rejoin, but I now know what we're doing. So what we're going to do is we're going to head down there and we're going to need to get the radiant one. And to get the radiant one, it's actually pretty simple. I actually have a lot of the radiants now. Here's like what the radiant crystal actually looks like right here. So we have the stone cutter. Now we have the radiant, and now we need to go ahead and go down to Sunstone again, or over to this area. And I know how to get the last one now, which involves a spear. So if you don't have a spear, make sure you have one. I believe you get those by going to, I should only remember what island it is, but yeah, make sure you have your Merlin boost. So I have to go back all the way up here to get my Merlin boost. Also, a couple of patches have come out since I've finished recording that last segment. You can now see where the totem carver actually is. He's going to be over here and you can talk to him. And you can actually make these, which is actually kind of crazy. I kind of like that, honestly, the totem crafting. That's pretty cool. But yeah, without more of that, let's go to here and let's get into the next part of the video. I need to enter the chasm, and yes, I'm ready. We'll get that little buff over there. Jump down here. Hopefully we can swim down in time. Don't die, don't die. All right, right, boom. Yeah, we should be good. All right, we're down here now. And so yeah, all you have to do to get the radiant ones is just fish in this pool until you get it. I recommend just popping in a quick aurora. So yeah, and apparently the last one, you need to get a spear out. So we have the flimsy spear. If you have an auto clicker, I'd recommend it, but apparently you go to the piles. I'm not sure if this is the right spot, honestly. It's kind of hard to click these. Like, I'm not gonna lie. If you don't have an auto clicker and you're using like the base spear, you have to have like, oh my gosh. There we go. Okay. So yeah, you just spear those piles. I was trying to mine it with a pickaxe because that made more sense when I was doing this originally. But apparently you use a spear. So I personally think that's weird. I think it should have been pickaxe, but yeah, you just spam this. I was running around with a pickaxe trying to hit this for so long and just nothing was happening. So, but you have to run around in these and just get rid of all of them. So this could take a bit. So I'll be back when I'm finished. I'm just going to get an auto clicker to make this easier. All right. So we finally got it. Here it is right here. I believe this is it. It looks like it is. Anyways, guys, yeah, once you've done that, you'll be able to put in all 3 of the gemstones. My server is currently glitched for whatever reason, and I can't get it. So I'm going to try to go back down there one more time and do it. Okay, so this time it worked. We can go ahead and collect the rough geode, and then we're going to throw it back into this thing right here. So we're going to type in rough geode, boom, just like that. Then we're going to place it in, and as you guys can see, it's going to put all of these in like so, and open up this new room right here. Now in this room, there's going to be the shard of time, which we now have, and this is going to be useful, I believe, for crafting a bunch of things that are in Merlin's new island. But yeah, I believe shard of the time was one of the rods one of the requirements you needed to get the new rod. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video, guys. There's that new rod that you can get. If you guys did enjoy, please make sure